Awesome. Say,
Yes.
we have an awesome guest. We have two really great guests, and
That's what I've heard. I can't wait.
And I'm going to introduce the first
interview
one, ladies and gentlemen, and Prairie Ann from Palo Alto County in Iowa, in the town from the town of Emmetsburg, and you know where that is. Please welcome Deb Height. Oh, Deb, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you.
I'm going to start you off with a question because we are just dying to know who you are and what do you do in Emmetsburg.
Oh, well, everybody in Emmetsburg knows me. And Prairie Ann, yes. I'm Deb Height, and I am the Executive Director of the Emmetsburg Chamber of Commerce. And I'm here to tell you all about our St. Pat's celebration that's coming up here in March.
So what brings the St. Pat's celebration to Emmetsburg? How did it all come about, Deb?
Emmetsburg's very strong in its Irish heritage, and they've been celebrating St. Pat's for about 51 years. That was when two businessmen, John McCain and Gary Gerard, just decided that something needed to be celebrated on St. Patrick's Day, so they walked into the street and decided to have a celebration.
So is there a Blarney Stone?
There is a Blarney Stone. I'm glad you asked.
Where's that located?
There's a statue of Robert Emmet in the courthouse square, and Robert Emmet is the Irish patriot that Emmetsburg is named after.
Obviously.
And
the
at
Emmett
the base
part,
of
not the Robert.
Yeah, and at the base of Robert Emmet is Blarney Stone. And the legend has it that it was brought over from our sister city in Dublin, Ireland.
Huh. So you have a parade. What goes on? What happens?
We have lots of things going on, and it starts a whole week in advance.
Oh, wow.
This year's celebration is March 18th, 19th, and 20th. And we usually typically have it the weekend that's closest to St. Patrick's Day, which is the 17th. And so they'll start the week before, on Sunday the 13th, with a Little Miss Shamrock pageant.
Is there an age? Is there a minimum age?
5.
Oh,
You can't
sorry.
be in it.
Oh, I was thinking that with you. I could pass, but
I'm kind of surprised you think you'd be vying for it. I thought you had already both been in a queen pageant.
oh
and
yeah.
certainly
Well,
won.
I have. Prairie Ann, I'm not sure. I mean, Queen of the Prairie Seats doesn't really count. But anyway, yeah. So parade, and you have the crowning, and I mean, do people have like green floats? I'm just imagining green floats and green people everywhere, green beer, green. What is it?
right.
Just decked out in green lights, everything?
Just about everything that's green that you can come up with. Well, for instance, my vest with the shamrock on it. Yeah.
Now, does the chamber sell memorabilia from the weekend? Do you have it every year?
Actually,
Different things that you can purchase, or?
the Chamber of Commerce really isn't in charge of the weekend, but we
just
do support it. The St. Pat's Association is in charge
there's
of
a
the...
complete
there's a
different
it's
association
separate.
from the chamber, but you just help with it.
That's right. And the St. Pat's Association puts on the whole weekend, and it's funded by memberships to the St. Pat's Association, membership from sales from the Irish Gift Shop. And then people sponsor different events throughout the weekend. And so it's really become a big
And I suppose all the
celebration.
restaurants are open,
Oh, yes.
and
Is
everybody's
there Irish
eating
music
and watching the
and
parade.
Irish
dancing?
music. Yes, in fact, there's a very popular event that's just kind of gaining it's just fairly new, let's put it that way. It's at the Fire Hall, and they call it the Gathering of the Clans and Friends.
Oh, cool.
And there's
Clans.
the Irish minstrels play there, and there's food and drink, and everybody can meet there. And it's a whole family event.
So has anyone from your sister city, from Dublin, have they ventured to the wild town of Emmetsburg for their St. Patrick's Day
for
celebration?
A number of years. Yes, for a number of years. We've had a dignitary from the Irish Parliamentary come and visit.
Oh. So what day is the parade? I think I missed
Parade
the date.
is on Saturday the 19th.
It is on Saturday.
Starts
okay.
at 1 o'clock in the
So it's
afternoon.
always on a Saturday. The Saturday closest to St. Patty's Day is when
The
parade
weekend.
is held. The
Yes,
weekend.
there's many
closest
more things going on that weekend. Like the pageant is for the little Miss Shamrock is the Sunday before. On Thursday there is a Cayley. Have you ever heard of a Cayley?
No.
A Cayley is like a gathering where people come and they can sing, they can recite poetry, they can do limericks, whatever your talent is, and it's another family event. And then on Friday will be the Miss Shamrock for the gals. Well, I think you look young enough, but
She covers herself well.
juniors and seniors in high school. And the winner will get $500.
Oh, wow.
Second place gets $250, and third place gets $150. And then they have a Miss Congeniality, and our state Miss Iowa usually shows up for the
Oh,
pageant.
wow. Well, any other information? that we need to know about, or our viewers?
Well, there's things like a Nick's Magic Show for the kids,
that sounds
and
fun.
face painting, and that'll be going on Thursday. And then there'll be a free movie sponsored by Woodford Equipment. And then while that's going on for the kids, then the adults can go to the multipurpose center and gather with the adults and have some fun lunch and drink. Oh, and then on Saturday night, this year they've switched because they brought the Miss Shamrock pageant back to Friday night. It used to be a week in advance, and they brought it back to the weekend of the event. And so since that's on Friday night, they've switched, and the high school has a talent show that's been very popular. And they're going to have that in the new auditorium at the high school. That's 7 o'clock that Saturday evening.
Wow. Well, it sounds like Emmetsburg is the place to be.
For St. Patty's,
Yeah, for St. Patty's, the weekend of St. Patty's.
So how do we find out more information? Because, I mean, there's so much. Do you have a website or?
Yes, you could go to the Emmetsburg.com website, or you can go to St. Patrick's Association.com. Or maybe
Two
it's
different
org.
ways to find it.
Yeah.
You can't miss it.
Or you can call
two
me.
different options. Or
That's
call
right.
Deb
Call
at the Chamber
Deb.
in Emmetsburg.
Exactly.
Sure, that's 852-2283. Oh, and area code 712.
Sounds
Well, stop in
awesome.
Emmetsburg, and we'll all wish you Cade Millier Falcha, and that means 100,000 welcomes.
Yeah, you too. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
Deb,
you for having
coming.
me.
Hey, Deb, would you like to stick around for a city spotlight?